It was a moonlit night. "Hoo-hoo!" went an owl. "Whenever that owl hoots," said Donald, "a mist rolls in. Whenever there's a mist about, there's a ghost about too. Be careful on the old line, Stephen." "Pah! Pah!" said Stephen. "You've just gotten soft in the boiler. Don't say I didn't warn you." Stephen was puffing along the old line. Then he came to a sign which read, "Beware of the viaduct." "That's weird. Nobody warned us about that before. And then the gates are closed, and there's a fogman's coat." Then suddenly they saw a light move within the station building. "Ghost!" said Henry. We better go back," said his driver. "Good idea." The next morning, Stephen's driver talked to Stephen. "They fixed the viaduct now. We can go back on the old line tonight." "Do we have to?" said Stephen. "Yes, we have. Yes," said his driver. "Why can't we go during the day?" said Stephen. "'Cause the workmen need their tools for the next day." It was a cool night. Stephen had decided to push his train to avoid any more spooky sightings. Then an owl hooted. "Hoo!" Then Peter rushed by with the express. "Oh, look, Stephen's spooked," said one of the trucks. "Ha!" They all giggled. "Be quiet," said Stephen, and they pushed the train away. Then they passed the sign again. Then they passed the amber lamp again. "Here we go," said it. Then suddenly the gates closed by themselves, and the signal went red. And then a light moved within the station building. The trucks saw. Stephen didn't notice, but the trucks noticed, and they were spooked. "Faster! Faster! There's a ghost about!" They lurched forward, crashing through the gates. I hope the viaduct has been repaired," he said, but it hadn't. but it hadn't. The buffers on the viaduct hadn't been fully repaired by the time Stephen puffed across it. But then the front trucks hit some of the rubble and plunged into the ravine below. Luckily, Stephen managed to stay on the track. Stephen was shocked. Well, I never, said the fireman. It was old Bailey the frogman riding up on a handcar. I tried to warn you about the viaduct. Why didn't you pay attention? We're sorry, said Henry's fireman. How could we repay? We're sorry we didn't pay attention. How could we repay you? Well, you could restore that station. So they did. The next morning, then in a few days, the station was repaired. Stephen came to the opening. We are here to announce the opening of our new station, said the fat controller, and it will be run by the most friendliest ghost on the island. Everyone laughed, including Stephen, but his laugh was loudest of all.